A very good morning, Sakina. We are coming to you from the Sandton Convention Centre where the 5th South African Investment Conference is taking place. This conference, obviously, its inception was in 2018. It is the vision of the President where he is bringing investment into the country, which we obviously know that we dearly need as South Africa. And it's been going well so far. You know, in 2018, more than 300 billion was secured, and another more than 300 billion the following year in 2019. And of course, in 2020, that was the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, and only 110 billion was only secured. And the fourth year, another 300 billion. And so far, Minister Patel has told us during the business briefing last week that 95% of the target has been achieved, which means just a little bit is needed for them to secure that target of 1.2 trillion rand. But Minister Patel, the Minister of Trade, Industry and Competition, is with me here this morning to give our viewers a breakdown of what exactly can be expected today, and of course the target that will be set for the next cycle of this investment conference. Minister, thank you so much and welcome to SABC News. I've been telling my colleague Sakina about all these monies that we have been securing over the past 4 or 5 years. Take us through the journey of how this investment conference has been progressing since 2018.
Well, good morning, Liabo, and to Sakina also, and all the viewers. In 2018, we realized that if we are going to create more jobs in South Africa, grow the economy more, and address the needs of citizens, we must boost the levels of investment. Investment is when companies really build factories, they expand their workplaces, they sink new mines, they expand the services in the economy. And that is really the engines that drive development in any society. So over that number of years, we've had challenges, we have obstacles, COVID, floods, civil unrest, all sorts of things. But we've tried to ensure that we create an environment in which investors commit to putting their money into this economy. And some of it has been really successful. We've had very large multinational corporations investing in the car industry in South Africa. We've launched the new Toyota Cross and the vehicles. The Ford Motor Company has put $1 billion into their plant here in South Africa, and a number of other companies, Mercedes-Benz and others. But it's also been an opportunity for Black South Africans and for the South African investor public as a whole to get into a program of expanding investment here, and that's been complemented by infrastructure investment. Last year I was present at Melkbosstrand when the Google line, the undersea cable that connects South Africa with West Africa and with Europe was put in place. So we've got to 1.1 trillion rand. That's where we are now. And over the next few hours, the question is, will we cross the 1.2 trillion mark, which is the target that was set? And if we cross it, by how much will it be crossed?
Yeah. While we are working towards that 1.2 trillion rand, at the back of the minds of many South Africans, the fact that just yesterday we are on stage 6 load shedding, we have been battling with energy security. And what does this say in the face of the very investors that we are trying to lure in? Issues of corruption, low economic growth, unemployment. It must be a tough feat to ask an investor to come plow their money in when the country is in the kind of situation it finds itself in.
There's no question about it, Liabo, that the energy challenges acts as a chilling, it has a chilling effect on investment. But what the investment conference today is able to do is showcase the new investment in energy itself. So we will have 11 announcements today of companies that are investing in expanding our capability as a country in energy generation and the production of new types of energy. It's also an opportunity for investors to see government's overall plan on energy, because when an investor wants to commit money, they're not looking at the next week or the next month only.
It's long term.
They want to look at the long term. You're absolutely right. And so they want to see a credible plan. They want to see that energy is at the top of our agenda and that we are working in a credible way to bring out additional energy supply and to deal with some of the challenges that there is within the existing Eskom fleet. And that I think we've been able to do. I've spoken to a number of foreign investors. In fact, we will be having 200 foreign investors here with us at the conference today. And they're looking for that assurance. Some of them have come and put money into renewable energy.
Okay.
In fact, one of the big announcements we made last year was a company from Saudi Arabia, indeed, that is producing 100 megawatts of energy. And this 100 megawatts of energy is able also to store for 12 hours the solar energy and put it into the grid at times when there's no sun. So, yes, these challenges have to be confronted, but we also have to begin to show the enormous potential that this year we want to activate the African Continental Free Trade Area, that this is an opportunity to use South Africa's industrial capabilities, not only to produce for our own country, but also across the world to export and to create jobs here in South Africa.
Minister, before I let you go and hand over back to Sakina, there obviously have been some people who are quite skeptical about the conference of this nature, saying that it is a waste of money if all these things on the back of what's happening in the country are not sorted. What do you have to say about that this is a waste of money?
Well, I think both needs to be done. That if we are to address the pressing challenges of our country, we need to do it with more investment. Investment in energy is going to be the driver that changes our economic storyline. And so this is an opportunity for us to attract that investment and to, in fact, take practical steps. We can do one of two things. We can simply bemoan our fate, or we can roll up our sleeves, do something about it, and that's what the investment conference is about.
Minister Ibrahim Patel, always a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for giving us a rundown of also what we can expect. We're looking forward to hearing what new investments we can expect, and also we will be hearing from the President, I believe at around 9, he will have a keynote address and officially opening this conference, Sakina. And of course, as I said to Minister Patel, at the back of South Africa's minds, they're thinking about all the challenges that they're going through, and they're looking to this conference to hear if there will be green shoots, if there is hope that will come back. Will they work? Will they get jobs? Will things get better? We'll hear as the day progresses. This is the first of many crossings that I'll be doing to you, speaking to different stakeholders, ministers and business associates as well. And with that, I'll hand over back to studio.